I'm Arcadia major and I play all positions, but I do really enjoy jamming. I decided to join Grand Raggidy Roller Derby because I've always had a strong interest in the sport, and moving to Grand Rapids I finally found my footing to join the team, thanks to another friend that I met on the team that encouraged me to come join, and I am absolutely glad I did. My favorite aspect of roller derby is the fact that it is a well-rounded, supportive group. Everybody is welcome to join. It's very inclusive to everyone, and it's just a great way to get yourself out there and to make sure that you're giving your body the energy that it needs. It's just an all-around centered sport on compassion, but with a lot of grit and sweat to it as well. I would recommend Grand Raggidy Roller Derby because you are going to love every second of being out there on the track and on your skates. It's hard, it's challenging, you fall down, but when you get back up again, you feel that much better. You can join Grand Raggidy Roller Derby by following us on Facebook or checking out our website. We have different dates throughout the year where we start basic training, and when you reach out for those, you can join basic training and just jump right into skating.
Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
It was so much fun. So much fun, and the girls are amazing.
They seem wonderful, high energy.
Cool.
They seem like it seems like a sorority almost.
Yeah.
Like it seems like a sorority almost.
Yeah.
Like it seems like a sorority almost.
Yeah.
That girl thinks she's the queen of the neighborhood. She got the heart to drag it down. That girl, she knows her head up so high. I think I wanna be her best friend, yeah. Rebel girl, rebel girl, rebel girl, you are the queen of my world. Rebel girl, I know I wanna take you home. I wanna try on your clothes.
Five minutes to Derby. We are 5 minutes to Derby, folks.
Hello, welcome to Roller Derby at Jam Sports. Let's hear it tonight. All right, I am Prince Loogie here with...
I am Bear Thrills.
All right, and we are excited to have you join us this afternoon for the Grand Raggidy Attack's last game of the season. Today we have for you the Grand Raggidy Attack versus Central Michigan Mayhem, followed by the Black versus White Scrimmage. We are going to get things rolling here by introducing these two awesome teams of athletes, starting with the Central Michigan Mayhem. So let's give it up for all these hard-working skaters. We're going to start with Central Michigan, number 44, Canker Score. Number 556, Battle Scarred Beauty. Number 13, Miss Fortune. Number 22, Casey Joneson. Number 602, Adam Smasher. Number 930, Susie Seam Ripper. Number 56, Cayenne Calamity. Number 19, Damsel of Distress. Number 38, Kinetic Quay. Number 007, Darken Phoenix. Number 727, Christy Yamauchi. Number 77, Lumbar Lunatic, led by their faithful bench staff, Katie Hewitt, Jacob Warren, and Riverwood. Let's hear it for Central Michigan Mayhem in red.
All right, you fantastic folks. I have the honor to introduce you to Grand Raggidy Attack. 06, Izzy Hansey. 1027, Emergency. 1030, Slayer. 111, Violet Tendencies. 14, Asteroid. 16, Hit Squeak. 30, Edith Puncher. 31, Kisma Az. 39, Scary Magdalene. 416, Queen Elizabeth. 49, Rosie the Ruiner. 53, Knight of Slamalot. 86, Ann O'Steele. 89, Darth Skater. 92, Cherry Napalm. And our amazing bench staff for this game is Chunk Knuckler, Unbreakable Lamine, Dr. Gene Splicer, and Psychubus.
All right, let's get ready for some roller derby.
I didn't hear you.
Bear and I will do our best to explain this game of roller derby if you are a first timer. If you are a first timer here at roller derby, let me hear you make some noise. Wow, that's a lot of first timers. We're so happy to have you join us in this wonderful game that gives us so much joy and life.
Now this is our back to school bout, so all those people that were out there wooing are our freshmen here tonight. Slayer taking the line for Grand Raggidy.
Kankerscore is the jammer for Central Michigan. All right.
That hit was harder than a pop quiz.
Kankerscore cycles back after stepping out of bounds, trying to break their way through the pack of blockers.
Slayer working that pack through the top of the apex, gets knocked out of bounds.
The people with the stars on their helmets for all of our newcomers are the jammers. They are trying to break through the blockers of the other team like Slayer just did as the lead jammer. Oh, followed quickly by Kankerscore. On the second pass, they get a point for every blocker they pass from the opposing team.
Slayer calls off the jam before Kankerscore can come up and score any points.
The lead
Oh,
jammer.
2 points were scored.
Oh, 2 points?
2 points.
2 points. The lead jammer has the option to call off the jam at any point. You know they are the lead jammer because one of the jam reps will be pointing at them the whole time with a hand above their head.
Izzy Hansey will be jamming against
Darkened Phoenix for Central Michigan Mayhem. Jams are either 2 minutes or when the lead jammer calls it off. Oh, and Darkened Phoenix is out first for Central Michigan Mayhem.
with Izzy Hansey close behind. This is going to be a jammer chase-off.
Will they try to pick up some points or call it quick? That's going to be the end of that jam.
The lead jammer that comes out of the pack first has the ability to call off the jam. They have to double tap their hips before a whistle can be blown to call off the jam. Hit Squeak taking the line for Grand Raggidy.
Miss Fortune at the line for Central Michigan Mayhem. Got some solid Grand Raggidy defense holding back Miss Fortune.
These walls are tougher than locker combos.
Somebody's a teacher around here. Oh, Hit Squeak goes down and out, and it's to cycle back behind the person who knocked them out of bounds to make sure they are in legal play. Miss Fortune still grinding it out against that wall of Scary Magdalene and all. Oh, there's our lead jammer for Grand Raggidy, Hit Squeak.
Had some solid offense on the inside line by Violet Tendencies that deserves an A+.
Grand Raggidy still holding back Miss Fortune. So there's an opportunity for Hit Squeak to pick up some points. Oh, there has been a helmet cover pass. Oh.
Star pass and then a forearm called on. Looks like the jammer for Central.
Oh, so we're going to have a Power Jam GR. Strength Underground sponsors our Power Jams. An illegal forearm block to the pivot who had just received the helmet cover to become the new jammer. That's the only person that can take over jamming during the game is the person with a stripe on their helmet, known as the pivot.
The failure to reform on 4-9 for Grand Raggidy. Rosie the Ruiner is going to a timeout in the penalty box. Brought to you by Garage Bar and Grill. Garage Bar and Grill is our after-party sponsor. Be sure to stop by Garage Bar and Grill. They're open till 2 a.m. Back area is reserved for Derby teams and fans. They have gluten-free and vegetarian options, non-alcoholic, and a full bar available.
All right, so Grand Raggidy will be starting in a power jam position here with Slayer as the jammer for Grand Raggidy. They're both at a disadvantage with players in the penalty box.
Slayer pushing up through that wall, gets called on a high block, being sent to detention.
And now Battle Scar Beauty for Central Michigan just came out of the penalty box to take over as the jammer. And another power jam situation for Michigan.
Ooh.
All right, and that is Battle-Scarred Beauty as your lead jammer. Coming around on a scoring pass now. Battle-Scarred Beauty looking for a way around, finds it right up the middle. Picking up 4 points for Central Michigan Mayhem.
Slayer back out on the track, burst through that wall.
Putting a little extra pressure on Battle-Scarred Beauty now that there's another jammer in the mix. And Battle-Scarred Beauty calls it off before Slayer has a chance to put any more points on the board for Grand Raggidy. Takes a lot of folks to make roller derby happen, and Bear wants to tell you about our awesome referees that are making tonight's game possible.
Tonight for game 1, we have the great Cornholio, Catastro Steve, Moxitosin, Silo, Not Be Karen, and Booty Fett.
We are underway. Izzy Hansey jamming for Grand Raggidy Attack.
Izzy tearing up that front wall, tears right through to take lead jammer.
That's right. Darken Phoenix jamming for Central Michigan, still trying to get through from behind. Scoots around on the outside. Both jammers are through. Izzy Hansey's trying to score some points.
Tiptoes on the inside line. Calls off the jam as Darken comes around to the back of the pack.
We'd like to mention our always supporting law offices of Stephan and Avery Attorneys at Law. For your legal needs, call 616-784-5080.
Hit squeak on the line for Grand Raggidy.
And Kinker score back out there for Central Michigan. The whistle is blown. Both defensive. Oh, the
Hit
Central
squeak takes
Michigan
lead jam.
breaks apart as Hitsqueak is the lead jammer. Kinker score trying to make their way through.
Squeaks through on the outside line for 4 easy points.
Didn't look easy to me, but I haven't worn roller skates in a year, so what do I know? Another 4 points for Hitsqueak as Kanker Score still fights through the Grand Raggidy blocking. Oh, there's been a helmet star pass to Christy Yamahuchi. Takes over the jamming privilege for Central Michigan as the jam gets called off.
He passed that cap like he's passing notes in class.
Oh. Did you get a lot of notes in class back in your day? Bear
Sure.
Thrills?
Check. You had the, good old yes or no circle questions frequently on those notes.
I got a lot of maybes. I got a lot of maybes circled when I got notes in class.
That one was just extra written in. All right, Queen Elizabeth taking the jam line for the first time for Grand Raggidy
Wonderful.
against Darken Phoenix.
Oh, yep, Darken Phoenix.
Jam has started.
Darken Phoenix moves through on the inside. Got a few blockers to get past as she pushes out front.
That is
and
a
she
fast
is the
pushing to take the
lead
lead.
jammer. Really had some momentum to help tear apart those Grand Raggidy walls.
Rosie the Ruiner is now the jammer of record, took an easy pass but was hit out on the inside line, recycled back, and is now through the pack, almost to turn 3.
Darken Phoenix breaks through, picks up some points, and calls off the jam. Let's hear it. We're off to a great start. Lots of roller derby action. Let's give them some energy and love. This doesn't look easy, does it?
Slayer on the line for Grand Raggidy Attack against Cayenne Calamity.
Spicy.
She's all the pepper you need. Slayer's pushing through the top of the pack and Looks like Christy Yamaguchi was doing her best to hold on one-on-one blocking, but Slayer breaks through as lead jammer.
Cayenne Calamity broke out quickly as well and is putting the pressure on. Blockers moving fast to try to keep the jammers away. Taylor calls it.
Pack was spread out, so Slayer was able to get through and score, looks like 3 points on that one, holding off Cayenne from scoring any.
You know, you can ward off all your back pain like a derby skater with Dr. Ward at Active Life Chiropractic, Grand Raggidy's official league chiropractor.
I'll be going to see him later next week. Izzy Hansey taking the line for Grand Raggedy. Izzy had a nice assist there from Violet. Tendencies for the offensive play.
Misfortune still trying to work against the Grand Raggedy wall of blockers, trying to find a way through.
In the game, you have 4 blockers for each team out on the track when they are not in timeout in the penalty box. They are working both offense and defense out there, and it switches kind of back and forth as you play through. You could be playing defense, but also offense at the same time.
4 more points for Izzy Hansey after a quick cycle back after stepping out of bounds.
Izzy smartly using the Grand Raggedy pack to sneak through on the inside.
Rosie
Violet
the
Tendency
Ruiner,
heading to the box with a stop block.
Darth Skater, Scary, Magdalene, and Rosie the Ruiner are working to hold back Misfortune, who hasn't made much progress. Some good communication out on the track that can mean everything. Izzy cycling back, trying to reset for another pass. We've got Central Michigan Mayhem back at full strength as the penalty box.
Izzy was able to ping pong and shift through that pack.
All right, we just had a star pass there at the last moment for Central Michigan, and then the jam ended.
Izzy scored 2 points on that last call off.
Be sure to check out our skater-made crafts and treat fundraiser over at the snack bar area. Lots of money goes to help support the team do this awesome work. Roller Derby ain't cheap, and your support means a lot.
Can attest that those baked goods and other treats are highly delicious.
Hit Squeak is a lead jammer as soon as the whistle blows, with Dark and Phoenix working around, going from out to in, but running into a Slam-A-Lot.
Squeak wasting no time to come back around the pack.
Momentum.
While Grand Raggidy's still holding on to Darkin.
Tip 2 on the inside, pick up 4 more points. Dark and Phoenix tumbles and cycles back to reset.
Slam-A-Lot pulling Dark and Phoenix back to the out-of-play point. Must skate forward.
We got a track cut call on Hit Squeak, which is going to put Dark and Phoenix into a power jam position.
That ref just assigned some homework. Stay in bounds.
Oh. All right, we've got Lumber Lunatic as the new jammer after a star pass for Central Michigan Mayhem. Trying to get through and pick up some points.
Without Grand Raggidy's jammer on the track, Central has the ability to play all offense on this position.
And Lumber Lunatic gets through with a full 4-point pass. Hit Squeak heads back to play after that little detention session.
Lumbar Lunatic up through the outside of the line. Squeak right behind. It's important that the jammers waste no time coming out of the packs. The faster they get back around, the better chance they have to score more points before the jam is called.
Lumbar Lunatic calling for a little help, setting up some plays.
Since Squeak was the lead jammer at the start, after receiving a penalty, this puts us in a full 2-minute jam. Slam-A-Lot dragging Lumbar Lunatic back again as the jam is called for the whole 2 minutes.
I don't know if you know this, but I think that skating really fast for 2 minutes straight seems like a really long time.
It is, but it's fun.
We have a lot of fun here at Roller Derby. Hope you're having a great time with us tonight. We do have some awesome vendors that you can check out while you're here. We have the Pink Possum that are selling some handmade novelty candles and all natural skin products. Be sure to check out our vendors.
Official timeout called after the start of the jam. So we are headed into an official timeout for possible track repair.
You are having a good time tonight. Bear wants to tell you about another important upcoming event you won't want to miss.
If you are free on November 8th, well, if you're not free, cancel your plans anyway and come hang out with us. Our Grand Raggidy's 20th anniversary celebration happens November 8th here at Jam Sports. We are celebrating 2 decades of hits, heart, and history. Grand Raggidy is proud to be one of the founding WIFTA teams, and we are throwing it back in style with an anniversary showdown of pure derby magic. The OG home teams will return. They played 3 years of home seasons before transferring to the solid Grand Raggidy All-Stars and Grand Raggidy Attack. Those teams are the blue-collared broads, hard hats, hard hits, the roustabout rollers, carnival chaos unleashed, everyday rebels, mean business, no apologies. We will have 3 teams, 3 bouts, each bout lasting 2 minutes in battle each. Who will rise? Who will rumble? Who will reign supreme? It might be the blue-collar broads. They were undefeated for all 3 seasons.
And it looks like going to be featuring some original legends like Jackie Daniels, Mira Mahiney, Javelin, and Terror Hawk, with some special coaching appearance by Shirley Ujest and Viva La Boom. We're taking it old school in November. Some of those people might have been in the movie Whip It, just saying.
Just saying. If you haven't seen Whip It, you should watch it. Jackie Daniels is amazing in it.
Another one of our vendors you may want to check out, Violet Spicy Designs, for some bold, spicy flair for your wardrobe and your soul. That's a big promise. I might have to pop by there later and check it out.
I'm officially wearing a Violet Spicy design for my Scrimmage shirt for next game.
Nice. Looks like that official timeout has been resolved. We're going to get rolling here. Or was it team timeout?
That whistle means class is in session and don't be tardy. Slayer taking off of the jam line right into that Central Michigan pack.
Casey Jones in jamming for Central Michigan. Goes down early and cycles back. Your lead jammer.
Woo! Oh.
You see that ghost trip Slayer out there? I knew this school was haunted. Casey Joneson is heading to the penalty box. So we got a power jam situation. Garage bar and, oh no, sorry, it's GR Strength Underground power jam for Grand Raggidy.
Grand Raggidy choosing to stop at the back, allowing the pack to stretch out. Packs can only be 10 feet apart before gaining out of place status. So this helps the jammer battle off one-on-one when the packs decide to stretch out. We call that bridging.
Grand Raggidy's blockers trying to create a tunnel and make some space for Slayer to get through. One more blocker to get past here. Oh, as the Central Michigan wall reforms. Casey Joneson back in action.
Seam Ripper has taken Slayer out at the line a couple of times. She's really good at ripping seams, you know, because she's Seam Ripper.
I see what they did there. Right.
Please feel free to also stop by Arctic Freeze Candy. They have all your favorite candies as a kid freeze dried to enjoy melt in your mouth fun. I noticed they had those blue gummy sharks all freeze dried, so they're nice and puffy. It's almost like a Cheeto.
Science is amazing.
Candy form. Science rules. Queen Elizabeth on the line for attack.
Carnage everywhere.
Kanker Score taking the lead for Central Michigan Mayhem.
Kanker Score on the move as
Death comes out of the pack, repositioning that helmet cover. Kanker Score goes down, running into the pack. Then he whips through on the outside line, but gets taken out and goes for the call-off. Asteroid
like
taking him out
laser
on the
beam.
outside line.
It's a lot
Laser, like a laser pointer.
like laser, laser pointer. That's good.
I use a laser pointer.
Are you a teacher?
I am a teacher.
Oh my goodness.
I have to tell myself not to use it to point at kids who are raising their hand to talk.
That's important. You don't want to burn out their retinas. Well, imagine the lawsuits. All right, we got an official timeout. Take a second to regroup. Maybe visit the Grand Raggidy merch booth or our awesome vendors. Maybe pick up a snack. Visit the food truck outside. Tamales Plus is out there with deliciousness, serving tamales, nachos, tacos, with also, very important, vegan and dessert options. So check out Tamales Plus out in the parking lot right by where you entered tonight.
My stomach is calling for those vegan tamales, but it's also calling for the dessert tamales too.
All tamales are good tamales.
When they come from Tamales Plus.
Oh. I believe it.
Please feel free to visit our signs up near the entrance for our donation drive. We have 2 separate donation drives set up for one for specials teachers. They are your basic supplies such as Kleenex and hand sanitizer. And we also have one up for Micah Hendrickson's kindergarten class, accepting donations. She's a new teacher in the Kentwood Public School System.
All right, here we go. We are underway. Izzy Hansey jamming for Grand Raggidy and Darken Phoenix for Central Michigan Mayhem. Darken Phoenix on the inside. The lead jammer for Central Michigan.
Izzy right on her tail.
Blockers regrouping, strategizing on how to slow these skaters down. Izzy scoots around the outside and calls off the jam.
That's a pirate's life for me.
Another one of our vendors here tonight is SNAAC by Sandra Wamio. Self-care essentials and wellness must-haves. So be sure to check out all the awesome stuff we have to offer tonight while you are with us here at Jam Sports.
Hit Squeak taking our GR Strength and Underground Jam line with another official review timeout as we wait for one of our refs to come back.
About 10 minutes of play time left in this first of 2 periods.
Squeak reporting back to the bench. It looks like Izzy Hansey was assessed a penalty after the end of the jam and will be starting off in the box, causing a power start for Central Michigan Mayhem. Speaking of GR Strength Underground, wonder how Grand Raggidy Roller Derby skaters stay fit on and off the track? They have GR Strength Underground to thank for that. Stuart Orr offers personal training to all skaters to help keep them hitting hard on the track. Look up Stu at GR Strength Underground on Facebook. The face of the book. Kion Calamity is taking the jam line solo at this power start.
It's an opportunity for Central Michigan to bust out of the gates and
working on that offense right away. Kion Calamity bursts through the pack for lead jammer status right away.
making quick work of it.
It was too spicy for that pack. Offense right up the middle, clearing an open lane on the inside for
Picking
Kion.
up 4 points for Central Michigan.
Izzy out back on the track now, working through that pack at the front of the wall. Challenging with a couple of spins back and forth.
Central Michigan doing a good job of holding Izzy back from making their way through, creating some more time for Cayenne Calamity to make another scoring pass.
Izzy sneaking through on the inside lane. And the call off happening down on the ground.
Thought she was swimming for a second there.
Sometimes you have to be seen. We'd like to thank our medical staff here tonight. We have Crystal Dodds and Dr. William Schaefer helping us out, making sure everybody stays safe while we skate. Our medic staff is important to us. We cannot play without them, so thank you.
Slayer Taylor for Grand Raggidy.
Against Dark and Phoenix. Slayer pushing the pack up at the top of the wall.
Phoenix trying to find their way on the inside, tiptoeing around the corner, and is your lead jammer for Central Michigan Mayhem.
Tiptoe, 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 tiptoe.
Slayer putting the heat on.
Said jammer, jammer, chase down.
Oh, yeah. Dark and Phoenix makes their way through on the outside and calls off the jam. Picking up a handful of points for Central Michigan Mayhem to the 1 point for Grand Raggidy.
I hope everybody out there is enjoying the game so far. Fans, I want to hear it louder than Pizza Day in the cafeteria. Let me hear you say, woo! Somebody just got the last slice of pepperoni. Queen Elizabeth skating for Grand Raggidy up against Kanker Score.
Kanker Score is out as the lead jammer for Central Michigan, picking up the pace.
Get a track cut called to
Number 13 for Central Michigan. That's Misfortune, heads to the penalty box.
even blockers can get track cuts.
A track cut is a way of advancing on the track after you've stepped out of bounds without cycling behind the person that maybe caused you to go out in the first place.
Our hallway monitors are making sure these skaters do not cut class.
Nice. Hall monitors are the worst. But our reps are awesome, so let's be clear about that.
Okay, zebra hall monitors are a good thing.
All right, Kanker Score makes their way through again for a full scoring pass for Central Michigan.
Jammer of record Asteroid is now being drawn back to the back of the pack. It has some support there from Slam-A-Lot. We'll see how this works out.
Was this directional?
Yeah.
We got a directional call here on Central Michigan. Just as they got their other player out of the penalty box, they sent another one to detention.
For those of you curious about a directional, that is when a skater hits another in non-derby direction. Your wheels cannot be rolling in non-derby direction as you hit another skater. If they do, you get sent to timeout for 30 seconds.
Demerits go on your permanent record. If you have more questions, we're trying to tell you all about this game of roller derby that we love so much, but if you have questions, Mishka is holding a sign that says, "Ask me about roller derby," so she would be glad to tell you all about the game of roller derby. If you have some questions, some things you don't understand, if you want to get more detailed, if you want to find out how to get involved in roller derby, great questions to ask Mishka, who's walking around with a sign. Where's your sign, Mishka?
Here's your sign. She's informing someone on roller derby.
Oh, great. She's busy. That's great. Doing her job.
Grand Raggidy Attack takes a timeout over here. Just to remind everybody, this is our back-to-school bout. I am dressed almost like I would in the early 2000s, but honestly, this is also like I dress every day, so it's not a phase, Mom. I know you're listening.
Do you want to give another major thank you from Grand Raggidy to Elders Appliance next door for allowing our skaters some additional parking solutions.
We'd also like to thank our photographers, D4 Designs and Jack Coonan Photography, for capturing all of the great action as lead photographers and donating all of their time to their joy of taking pictures. Hit Squeak on the line against Dark and Phoenix. Squeak taking the inside line and battles through up at the top, squeaking right through.
Right around the outside, inside, outside, whatever gets you out front.
That pack is tighter than the hallway during passing period.
Hit Squeak picking up 4 points and picking up speed as well.
It's never too tight for Squeak.
Dark and Phoenix trying to make it through on the inside. Takes a knee, resets. Hit Squeak picks up 4 more points.
Our jammers also spend a lot of time practicing, making sure that their footwork is capable of doing small jumps safely. She tiptoes through the inside line easily. And a pass went to
Battle Scar Beauty. Wears the star for Michigan Mayhem just as the jam is called off.
It's important for our pivots as soon as they take that pass and become jammer of record to make sure that they are skating fast out of that pack, because as soon as the lead jammer notices that, they will typically tend to call it off to avoid them scoring any points. So the faster you skate, the more likely you are to score points. Slayer taking the jam line for Grand Raggidy.
Central Michigan Mayhem brings Misfortune back out to play. And that is your lead jammer. Misfortune for Central Michigan Mayhem. Slayer fights against the last couple blockers for Central Michigan Mayhem, makes their way out of the pack as well. See if Misfortune picks up some points. Oh, zips on through. Picking up 4 points for the Mayhem. And that's going to call that jam to an end. Special thanks to University of Michigan Health West Sports Medicine, Dr. K, and their wonderful support staff. Get our skaters back on the track as quickly as possible. They help us out at 1310 East Beltline Avenue Southeast, Grand Rapids, as well as provide our medical coverage during games.
Timeout being called for Central Michigan. Feel free to check out our merchandise booth. We have hats, sweatshirts, t-shirts, buttons, and more. And they have some good gift-giving ideas for any Grand Raggidy fan. Check out our new Slim Can koozies or our fans available for the 20th anniversary. We have both small waveable fans. We also have nice, big, gust-in-your-face fans as well.
Back in action here on the track.
Izzy Hansy taking off for, and we called it. Ghost penalty.
So we've got a little timeout here. Maybe a player was missing from the track at the beginning of that one.
They may need to be assessed a tardy. So the refs are talking out what our issue is there.
Let me tell you about our after party. We mentioned earlier that after the game, there's going to be you're gonna hang out here a little bit if you want and meet some of the skaters, give some high fives after the game, get to ask all your favorite players some questions about this wonderful game of roller derby, and then if you want to join us over at the good old garage bar, we're gonna have more food. But at the end of the night, maybe Big Daddy King is gonna play some music here before the after party. If you want to dance in this wonderful facility,
You'll jive, jump, and bounce. We do have a halftime game coming up soon. It's going to be Ring Around the Student. Our lovely Misty and Freddie will be going around looking for 2 teams to compete in a goal, throwing a hula hoop around their teammate as many times as possible within 5 minutes. Winning team will receive a gift bag with several prizes.
so be thinking if you're going to be a brave person that wants to get involved in our halftime games to compete. Everybody out here is putting their lives on the line, so you can too, for prizes and notoriety. Sorted out some issues, getting ready to roll. All right.
We have this penalty power jam start. Izzy battling one-on-one up at the top of the apex against one blocker.
Number 5, 6, that was Battle Scarred Beauty holding back Izzy, but Izzy managed to tough it out and clear the area. Now for a scoring pass.
Offense working together to try to get Izzy through. Izzy spins around to take the inside.
All right, Dark and Phoenix and also Cayenne Calamity back in action, supporting Michigan, Central Michigan Mayhem.
The detention box is now empty.
The blockers up front from Central Michigan doing a good job of holding Izzy Hensley back. Scary bridging the gap between the 2 groups of blockers as Izzy finally gets through and they regroup a little bit here. Still holding back Dark and Phoenix.
Our walls are working really hard on both teams to make sure that these jammers don't get through. The general way I like to describe roller derby is we have 2 skaters who are trying to get through the pack, and everyone else is trying to make sure they don't.
Izzy calls off the jam. Thanks to our track crew for keeping this tape nice and smooth out here tonight. You never think that tape would be such an obstacle, but it can if it's not maintained properly. So thank you to our volunteers tonight for keeping this game rolling along.
It is a very honorable position to be a track crew person.
The sacred tape.
Hit squeak on the jam line.
Misfortune for Central Michigan Mayhem. Pipsqueak zips out on the outside as the lead jammer for Grand Raggidy. All right. Oh, we got a jammer heading to the penalty box. Misfortune heads out, putting Grand Raggidy in the power jam position. It's a GR Strength Underground power jam.
Power jam.
There is a lot of power out here, that is true.
Squeak pushing on a tight wall.
Hit squeak on the outside, gets past the Central Michigan Mayhem blockers.
More fancy footwork.
Kyrgyz Insurance is a family-owned and operated independent insurance agency located in Ionia, serving Michigan for nearly 45 years. As an independent agency, they shop and compare the best insurance options across multiple carriers on your behalf to find the best combination of cost and coverage. Stop in for a quote. Kyrgyz Insurance.
We have Slayer with Grand Raggidy working on a power start. as the Central Michigan Mayhem jammer comes back out on the track as well.
Miss Fortune is back in action. They're both. Whoa. Slayer doing a little skipping over a downed Central Michigan player, taking the lead jammer position. Miss Fortune tries to grab some momentum and passes off the star to number 77, Lumber Lunatic.
Get a one-on-one battle happening with our jammer and blocker up at the front of the apex.
Slayer calls off the jam as Lumber Lunatic makes the approach, and now that's going to be intermission. You have a few minutes to grab some snacks, check out our vendors, say hi to some friends, make some new ones. We're happy to have you join us in this 20th season of Grand Raggidy and Attack's last game of the season.
name is Red 40. I started basic training in October of 2024, and I just got my Green Star last month. I think roller derby has had a really positive effect on myself and my routine. I was looking for something to get me out of the house, off my phone, off my bed, off my couch, and I've found something I can rely on going to multiple times a week to challenge my mind, challenge my body, and I really appreciate that. I felt very welcomed as a new skater. I never felt uncomfortable coming to practice. I was lucky enough to have someone else in my life who was willing to come and try out BT with me, so that was awesome. Something I appreciated when I started BT is that I never felt pressured to do more than I was ready for. There's a really concrete system of progressing throughout the skills that you need to play roller derby, and I always felt like I was ready for the next step. If you are on the fence about signing up for roller derby, I think you should try it. Worst case scenario, you don't like it and you go home. Best case scenario, you find something really fun to do and you gain a bunch of new friends. Join roller derby.
Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
All right, welcome back. It is about 10 seconds from Derby time. Period 2 of the Grand Raggidy Attack versus Central Michigan Mayhem. Score sitting at 109 for Grand Raggidy Attack and 64 to Central Michigan Mayhem. Anything could happen. Let's roll.
Class is in session with that trilling whistle call. We have Slayer taking the jam line for attack versus Canker Score for Central Michigan Mayhem.
Slayer up the middle. Score trying to find a way on the outside. Gets knocked out of play.
Slayer taking a step back for a chance to slam a little harder into that wall. Meanwhile, Score is at the back of the pack, taking a hot step back and forth, trying to open up the wall through quick step. Slayer pushing one-on-one against the blocker, clears the pack.
Oh, Slayer Taylor is a lead jammer. Score comes out on the outside, putting the heat on. Groups of blockers regrouping.
Slayer calls off just as Score joins the back of the pack. For a quick 2-0 on that jam. Izzy Hansy coming up on the jam line for Grand Raggidy Attack versus Darken Phoenix.
Darken Phoenix.
Will she rise from the ashes? Or will our pirate take the lead? Izzy Hansy's sword slices through the top of the pack. Meanwhile, Darken Phoenix trying to work for the back of the pack with hopes of help from the pivot. Slam a lot, dragging Darken Phoenix back about as far as they can track back.
Izzy Hansy scoring pass on the outside.
Slam a lot, pulling Darken back yet again. And jumping through the pack again. Now Darken Phoenix out, ready to follow behind.
That's right. Darken picked up the pace, scooted by on the inside. Izzy calls it off.
I would say these jammers just graduated from the School of Hard Blocks. I think I just got an eye roll from Catastrophe.
From me too.
Yeah.
Also, y'all should know that there's a wonderful notebook of awesome Skool puns next to us, and I'm loving every minute of it.
It's Derby. We love puns. All right, hit squeak on the line for Grand Raggidy.
Battle Scarred Beauty is the lead jammer. Central Michigan Mayhem out front. On the move is Izzy still. Oh, Hit Squeak still fights to get through, but finds a way on the inside.
Fast tiptoe work on the inside there.
Oh, Battle Scar Betty goes down hard and calls off the jam as Hit Squeak makes an approach to score some points, but stops that from happening. And
Rosie the Ruiner ruined that inside jump attempt. Slayer on the line for Grand Raggidy.
Right. Score lining up for Central Michigan Mayhem.
Meanwhile, our wonderful track crew checking for any rips to the track that could possibly be found.
Maybe lost dogs, earrings.
The earrings and
neck and neck. We've got a race off the line.
Running down.
Score takes ahead, but Slayer was the lead jammer and calls it off.
I think I'm starting to smell the tamales, and it smells good. If you have not had a tamale yet, go out there and get one. They have more than just tamales, too.
Tacos,
but, oh
nachos.
man, it smells so good.
It's probably these tamales that just got delivered to me.
Oh, they're right there.
that's probably what you're smelling.
I hope you all can smell them, too. They're good.
If you don't hear me talking for the next 25 minutes, it's because I'm filling my face with tamales plus. Hey, back away from those.
Queen Elizabeth on the inside line takes lead for Grand Raggidy, while Darken Phoenix is fighting at the back of the pack.
Darken Phoenix muscles their way through and makes it clear as well. Oh! The Queen Elizabeth scoots by on the inside, picking up 4 points. as Darker Phoenix slides. Safe. Hey, want to talk about another proud sponsor of Grand Raggidy Roller Derby? It's Holst Jepson Physical Therapy. They have 22 convenient locations across West Michigan, and they personalize treatment to suit each person's specific needs because everyone has injuries unique to them. Holst Jepson Physical Therapy is 100% locally owned and offers a variety of treatment options, including dry needling, cupping, and concussion management. Learn more at hjphysicaltherapy.com.
Hit Squeak, squeaking right through the pack, jumps for lead and is skating around wild. Cayenne Calamity is being held tight in the pack. Direction being called on.
The pivot, 5-5-6. Battle Scarred Beauty heads to the penalty box. Cayenne Calamity cycles back to reset. Everybody's smiling. They're all having a good time out there.
Seeing the hit portion of Hit Squeak's name being put into full effect against that wall.
Jeez. Let's go. Sure everybody is safe. As we get ready to get going here, we want to talk about some other special people that help make our games possible. The NSOs, non-skating officials. So we've got BJN Radar. We've got Hambone. I'm sorry, let me try this again. We've got Radar, Hambone, BJ Tallywhacker, Critical Miss, Ribbit Riot, Cal Fortato, Evil, Spinelli, and Parking Ticket. making sure that stats get collected, that scores are recorded, that penalties are tracked. There's jobs for everybody if you want to get involved. Check out grandraggidy.com to find out how you can be a part of the roller derby community in Grand Rapids.
I also want to thank Drift for joining the ref crew to fill in as the last minute. That was really helpful. We love our support from Lakeshore. Slayer, Taylor, and Dark and Phoenix taking a slow start off on that jam,
Dark and
but
Phoenix picks up the
quickly
speed of the
picking
inside,
into
but
it.
has to recycle. Oh, Slayer is the lead jammer for Grand Raggidy Attack.
Slayer is ready to slay them down to get through that pack. Coming in hot one-on-one, face-to-face is a challenge.
Got a Scary Magdalene heads to the penalty box.
Ooh, that's so
for Grand
scary.
Raggidy. Dark and Phoenix is on Slayer's tail as Slayer calls off the jam, saying, "No, we'll save a little bit for next time."
Again, we talk about jammers coming out of that pack fast in order to make sure that they catch up, especially if they're trying to chase down another jammer, so don't waste time there. And you can see that a call-off was a great choice to make sure that points were being held back. Queen Elizabeth back on the jam line for Grand Raggidy up against
Is that Misfortune? Misfortune on the outside. Oh, maybe trying right up the middle. Oh, and we got a power jam situation as Misfortune heads to the penalty box.
We'll have all offense happening from Grand Raggidy as they try to get Death through the pack. But Central Michigan taking the option to roll out of the turn, leaving Queen Elizabeth to battle against two blockers.
Makes it
Gets through.
4 points for Queen Elizabeth and Grand Raggidy.
Grand Raggidy choosing to hold one player back. We had a ref call but decided it was not penalty worthy. And Death through the front of the pack again, coming around.
Ooh.
Friendly fire. Calling. Welcome back. We'd like to once again thank our medical staff here today, Crystal Dodds and Dr. William Schaefer, as well as special thanks to University of Michigan Health West Sports Medicine with Dr. K and their wonderful support staff to get our skaters back on the track as quick as possible. They help us at the 1310 East Beltline location in Grand Rapids, as well as provide our medical coverage during games like today. We have Izzy Hansey waiting on the line with Darkin Phoenix. I was going to bring you some Izzy Hands quotes, but they all are very quite voluptuous, so go watch our Flag Means Death. It's a great show.
We are underway with Jam 9 in period 2.
Izzy Hansey dancing around the pack while the Grand Raggidy pack pushes up against her as well.
Darkin Phoenix trying to find a way through. The blocker's not. Oh, she makes a little progress. And Darkin Phoenix is the lead jammer.
Woo. Darkin Phoenix skating around the pack. Izzy Hansey back up and ready to rejoin from the back end of the pack as well.
Darkin Phoenix makes their way through, almost untouched, picking up 4 points for Central Michigan Mayhem.
It appeared there was some O-beam planned for Izzy there on the outside of the pack, but Darkin Phoenix took it instead, allowing for the lead.
Jam Sports, the OG home teams return, the blue-collar broads, the roustabout rollers, the everyday rebels. 3 teams, 3 bouts, 2 20-minute battles each. Who will rise? Who will rumble? And who will reign supreme?
We will take the next few jams to tell you a little bit about each of those 3 home teams and about their backstories as Hitsqueak takes the line against Darkened Phoenix, it appears.
Hit Squeak rockets off the line with Darkened Phoenix a little more calculated approach, both trying to break through a wall of humanity. And Darkened Phoenix is the lead jammer for Central Michigan Mayhem. Hit Squeak with some footwork, making their way around as well.
Good footwork and shoulder work trying to push through that pack.
Darkened Phoenix calls it off. I can confirm tamales are delicious.
The blue collar broads, hard hats and hard hits. Born in a grimy skate factory in Hell, Michigan, these Union strong skaters escaped from the grind and built their own legacy. And by legacy meaning undefeated for all 3 seasons.
Wow, that's intense.
Slayer taking the inside line to try to cut through the pack with a little bit of offense from Scary Magdalene.
Canker score, pushing up against the back.
Slayer takes the lead. She is going to slay all day back into that pack.
Canker score still struggling against that Grand Raggidy wall. A little one-on-one battle between Slayer and Lumber Lunatic, but Slayer breaks free. Canker score out and about. Picking up speed, putting the pressure on.
We'll see if Slayer decides to jump in and try to go for a couple extra points while Canker comes up from the behind.
Slayer slips through and calls it off.
Got a 4. Maybe unsure about a possible point there. I don't know. He did. Jamref confirming with the score table. That was 1 point given to Canker score on that last one.
Darkened Phoenix and
Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth. Such clever names, these people.
Now we have our pirate Izzy Hansy, but Queen Elizabeth was also quite known
Darkened
to be very
Phoenix
pirate-like.
scoots on by and claims lead jammer.
Attempted offense from Grand Raggidy to get Queen Elizabeth through the pack. Leaves Death pushing a wall up through the end of the curve.
Adam Smasher and Battle Scar Beauty working well together to hold back Elizabeth, who finally breaks free and calls it off.
Our next home team we have up is the Roustabout Rollers. They are the Carnival Chaos Unleashed. From voodoo country to the derby track, these fierce femmes bring flair, fire, and a whole lot of weird. Hit Squeak, pushing hard, running that pack up towards the pivot line, gets through.
Cayenne Calamity still working at the back, trying to find her way around Rosidia the Ruiner and Scary Magdalene. That defense is not letting up. Hit Squeak.
Delivering all the hits. These walls are battling strong, holding onto the jammers, but the jammers are giving it their all to squeak through.
Getting a little support from the offense on Central Michigan, so Cayenne Calamity can move up and finally break free. Hit Squeak, knocked out and cycles back as Cayenne picks up some slack coming around, putting some pressure on. But Hit Squeak calls,
Hit Squeak calls the jam, but we had a forearm given to Central Michigan.
Lumber Lunatic.
We'll leave Central Michigan without a pivot at this next start. Our third and final home team for our big celebration coming up on November 8th is the Everyday Rebels. Mean business, no apologies. From office drones to Derby queens, these Rebel traded spreadsheets for skate hits.
It's
I
gonna
like
be
spreadsheets.
a spectacle, just like Slayer. Taylor getting out front.
Seam Ripper tries to follow the seam of Slayer up through the turn, but Slayer gets through for lead jammer.
Casey Jones in at the back of the pack for Central Michigan, trying with brute force to break their way through, goes down hard, while Slayer makes another pass. Slam-A-Lot pushes back, so Casey Johnson has to lose a little ground.
Looks like the Grand Raggidy Wall took the option to do a little offense back into defense to get Slayer through easily again on another pass while they're still holding back Casey Johnson.
Casey Johnson does a little slip and slide action, back on their feet.
Sometimes just throwing the top half of your body through gets you through the pack, unless they can reform around you, like our tight wall is doing here. Slayer gets pulled back by Adam Smasher. All the way
we've
back
got a
behind the pack.
star pass to Lumber Lunatic for Central Michigan. Found a way out there by handing off the star to the pivot.
Lumbar is now your jammer of record and ready to come through to the pack.
I'm gonna wrap up that jam. So if you are a business or a nonprofit organization, how do you want to get in on the action from the sidelines? You can become a sponsor. If you want to become a sponsor of Grand Raggidy, just visit our website, www.grandraggidy.com, for more details how you and your business can join our team.
Queen Elizabeth and Dark and Phoenix both pushing through the packs. Get past the pivot liner, still being held.
Queen
Death
Elizabeth.
Evil to toe step through the inside with a quick tiptoe.
Oh, we've got another star pass from, that's not Dark and Phoenix. That's Battle Scarred Beauty for Central Michigan, donning the star helmet cover as Queen Elizabeth calls it off on the approach.
Death able to score all 4 points on that pass before our Central Michigan jammer to come through and score any.
Got just over 10 minutes left of the second half of this first game tonight. Don't forget, next up, white versus black. Scrimmage, all the chaos, all the fun. More roller derby on into the evening.
Izzy Hansy and Kanker score. Now working to jump around the pack. Hear a lot of toe stepping through there as Kanker score takes the lead.
Kanker score on the move.
Kanker score working the fast feet as he runs through the pack.
Kanker score taking that risk, scooting by outside line. Ended in hitting the track, but back up and picking up points for Central Michigan.
It takes a lot to throw yourself full into the superhuman strength of Anno Steel.
That is true. Not the line I would choose, but Kanker scorer calls it off as Izzy makes the approach.
Full slice through the pack to call it off there. Talk about extra credit. What a jam. Don't forget, each game we have a featured nonprofit. This game we are focusing on 2 local Grand Rapids public school classrooms. We have a gift drive for each classroom. There are QR codes on the wall by the entrance where you can purchase goods for either specials classes in need. Specials classes often get overlooked when supplies come in and have to use their own money or own budget to supply the classrooms with Kleenex, Band-Aids, hand sanitizer, all the low essentials. Feel free to scan that QR code and offer some supplies for them. We are also supporting Micah Hendrickson's kindergarten class. As a new kindergarten teacher, she is looking to get supplies. She's got plenty of awesome books on the list, learning toys to help engage the children as they grow. Please consider helping Micah Hendrickson in her new classroom. We have a timeout being worked on right now. Both teams are working hard to talk through strategy. Take a moment to take a breather. All right, fans from Hugh, I want to hear you make some noise like it's the last bell of the day. School's out and you are ready to play.
It's time for your favorite extracurricular activity, roller derby.
Hit Squeak on the line against Darken Phoenix. Each of our 2-minute jams starts with a 5-second warning as skaters prepare for that whistle. Once the whistle blows, the 2-minute countdown begins.
Hit Squeak is out as lead jammer for Grand Raggidy Attack.
That was a magnificent shoulder hit to burst through the pack.
Darken Phoenix tries the inside, but Cherry
Cherry
Napalm
said, "No
is
way."
not going to let that happen.
Look.
Hit Squeak, 4 points.
Those cherries are on fire. And Cherry's hips do not lie. Squeak driving into that pack, ready to
Hit
burst
Squeak.
through.
Hit Squeak is moving fast. This burst of energy has come from somewhere out there and joined us here at Jam Sports.
Hit Squeak's got all that team spirit for
We've
you.
had a
Yes,
star
she
pass
do.
for Central Michigan as Lumber Lunatic heads around, put some pressure on Hit Squeak. Hit Squeak calls it off. A
Ready signal, paying attention to
12-point
coach.
jam there for Hit Squeak.
A++ for that one.
It's at this point in the game we need to just hear more energy from you all watching out there to let them know they're doing a great job. Everybody's tired. They've been skating in circles very fast for 2 minutes at a time.
I hear cowbell. I want more cowbell.
More cowbell.
Yeah. Jam is on. I think we distracted them from that for a little bit there.
Cayenne Calamity and Slayer are the jammers of note for this round of roller derby madness.
Slay pushing hard through that pack. Both packs working hard through the top of the apex. Usually a spacious spot, nice for the jammer to get through, but these packs are not letting that happen. But Slayer sneaks through, not getting pushed out by the attempts from 930. Seam ripper. Could not rip that seam this time.
Slayer up front again, battling it out.
This time she ripped the seam.
Slayer cycles back, giving some time to Central Michigan to make the most of this forward grind. Skipping through.
Taking a moment to think about the best strategy and approach to get through this pack as each team is clustered together. Just like the busiest of hallways in between passing periods. I always described them as clogged arteries. Get to class. Anna Steele coming all the way back, being taken out, doing the blocker duty, making sure not to cut. We'll take the opportunity to find the best position to both play defense and offense.
The clock is ticking on this 2-minute jam here. Cayenne Calamity almost skates through, but hits the ground as the whistle blows.
2-minute jams are our jam timers' opportunity to be blowing the whistle for the call-off. Radar is an amazing jam timer.
Not many people count to 120 as often as radar.
It's a good thing she has a stopwatch to do that. And the scoreboard.
Back in the day, they used to have to count out loud right before this technology joined us.
Counting's tough. Dark and Phoenix and Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth, death. That looked painful, but
Ran right into a solid wall.
turned that pain into rage and makes it through as the lead jammer for Grand Raggidy.
It looked very Red Rover, send Elizabeth right over.
Dark and Phoenix sneaks out for Central Michigan Mayhem. No playground games here. This is serious athletes taking care of business. Oh, Queen Elizabeth
And
scoots by and calls it
off
off.
the jam. Meanwhile, Dark and Phoenix was there pushing and powering through the fourth whistle. Never stop until you know that whistle is blown. Be sure to check out our skater fundraiser if you head over to the Grand Raggidy merch table. Not only do we sell fun and interesting merch such as fans for everybody that's hot out there, we also have skater-made goods. I know we have some crochet-crafted animals by our very own Silo's mother. And there's a lot of amazing baked goods there. Most likely there's some from Anno Steel. I can't wait to buy some if you guys haven't already bought them all out. We have our Grand Raggidy 20th anniversary shirt up for sale as well, featuring skater mascots through the ages for Grand Raggidy, as well as each of the home teams. We have new flags of all sizes for those of you that enjoy hanging and displaying flags or waving them back and forth proudly. I know in our household we have a significant number of flags. I could not tell you how many, but Catastrophe likes to collect. 86! We have 86 flags at home. Yeah, he's a collector. We also collect koozies, which we have koozies for sale over there too for those of you that prefer to keep your hands warm while drinking a cold beverage. Izzy Hansy on the line with Cayenne Calamity. Gonna have some spicy pirate action out there for you.
Central Michigan one blocker down in the penalty box at the start of this jam.
I don't know if you just heard that, but everybody put their headlights up. That whistle means the start of the jam. Izzy and Calamity both pushing through the pack. Both packs holding tight. Kind of Calamity finds a hole and has to burst through her own pack to get that lead jammer status.
Just tie in a skate as she heads around the corner.
Leaves a little
Izzy
bit of
takes
time for offensive action, and Izzy nails.
She was going to
the
take a
pivot.
hard hit, but looks like she gave one instead. Calamity calls off the jam as Izzy gets too close for comfort.
Cayenne may have called off the jam, but Izzy stole those points like a pirate does.
About 5 minutes left in game time here in this first game.
Let's hear it for all our Grand Raggidy fans out there. And everybody that came to support Central.
Thanks for making the trip. Oh, hit squeak. Out before the whistle blow ends, it sounds like.
Darken right behind her.
This is on the move.
This is where you get to see that fast jammer action with the pack rolling up a little bit too to find their sweet spot. Izzy calls off the jam, and both jammers go down in the same slick spot.
Slide into home base. Thank you for not hitting me. I'm not wearing any gear.
I already have bruises. I don't care.
That's why you play roller derby, and I talk about it.
Yep. We are very excited to start that next game. We've got a couple different skaters that are skating under some fun names for this game. Izzy will be skating under the Meep, because you all loved taking that when you were younger. It's now known as the M step. They don't have to fill out bubble sheets anymore. It's just on the computer.
Oh, that's a
Be
bummer.
jealous.
Kids will never know. Scantron power.
Kind Calamity is through, gets called lead jammer.
Queen Elizabeth is right there behind her.
Tiptoe runs through. Kind Calamity calls it off, running into the back of the pack. Scores 1 point compared to 2 points for Death. We also have a couple of skaters featured from the hit podcast Dungeons and Daddies, Skim Likely, up against Yeet Bigley out on the track, ready for some fast, fun, team awesome action. As well as Beaver Nugget, your favorite Buc-ee's fan.
I do like a Beaver Nugget. Slayer jamming for Grand Raggedy. Kinetic Quay
That
jamming
three-wall
for the first time maybe this game. Bringing it out for Central Michigan. Hands off.
Quay makes the pass to
The
Dark and Phoenix.
star to Darkin Phoenix.
Dark and Phoenix now the jammer of record. Going to be skating fast to try to keep up with Slayer. Slayer's going to do some quick action.
The blockers on the move to make it a little bit harder for those jammers to catch up to what they're doing. And Slayer
Looks like
calls
Slayer
off the
was
jam.
Able to get 2 of those blocker points.
Couple minutes left on the clock. Currently sitting at Grand Raggedy 201, Central Michigan Mayhem 91. At the end of the game, you are welcome to line up around the outside of the track and grab some high fives from these fantastic athletes. We're putting on a show and working hard for you. Hit Squeak jamming for Grand Raggedy Attack, Cayenne Calamity for Central Michigan Mayhem.
You can see all the effort they put into as the game wears on. All skaters are doing their best to try to keep it going, give it their all. Squeak is
Hit
forcing
Squeak.
her way through the pack.
Scoots on the last, past the last blocker on the inside as the lead jammer. Got a forearm call. Oh, on Edith. Goes to the penalty box for Grand Raggedy. Who else? Back block, I hear on 556. Battle Scarred Beauty. Hit Squeak. Track cut. Puts the Central Michigan Mayhem into Power Jam and scoots right by Cayenne Calamity.
A back block is given when a skater runs directly into the back of another opposing skater. There's legal target zones on the outside edges of a skater's back. Meanwhile, we do not hit the back directly for safety reasons. Looks like Seam Ripper's headed to the penalty box as well for another timeout / detention.
Edith back on the track for Grand Raggedy. Hit Squeak back in the game, jamming for Grand Raggedy as well. Cayenne Calamity making another pass. Haven't already put 8 points on
Squeak
the board.
coming around hot.
4 points for Hit Squeak.
This game is close to its wrapping up edge. We got to see what these skaters have left in them to deliver. Squeak getting taken out on the inside edge, gets pulled back by the pivot for Central Michigan.
Let's hear it for Roller Derby. Got an unofficial score here of 205-99. Grand Raggedy. Let's see how this shapes up as the last numbers are reported. 207-99. Grand Raggedy on top. Congratulations to all the skaters for playing a tough, well-fought game. We're so happy to have you join us for this game. In a few moments, we'd love to let you know who the VIP blocker and jammer for each team is.
Thank you all for coming and joining us for this
You
game
can line
as
up
well.
for some high fives if you'd like to say, show your support for all these skaters.
And don't forget to stick with us for our next game, our white versus black back to school bash
Team captains, please come to the announcer's booth with your picks for the other team's MVP blocker and MVP jammer, so we can make some announcements shortly. So get together and talk about who you'd like to award those honorariums to. All right, ready to make some MVP, or I'm sorry, yeah, MVP, not VIP. I'm the VIP. Y'all are MVPs. But so for Central Michigan Mayhem, please come over here by the announcer booth after I call your name so we can take pictures and everything. But your MVP blocker, number 556, Battle Scarred Beauty. And your MVP jammer, number 44, Canker Score. And for Grand Raggedy Attack, your MVP blocker, number 49, Rosie the Ruiner. And your MVP jammer, number 16, Hit Squeak. Congratulations to all our MVPs and all our athletes so far tonight.
I'm Arcadia Mason. I'm Arcadia major and I play all positions, but I do really enjoy jamming. I decided to join Grand Raggidy Roller Derby because I've always had a strong interest in the sport.
Where are we? What season is this? All right, I'm going to start off with Team White. If you're gathered and ready to line up. All right, here we go. Team White in this black versus white scrimmage. Number 04, Booty Vicious. Number 11, Buffy. Number 111, Violet. Number 26, Yeet Bigley. Number 28, Mad Hatter. Number 31, Kiss My Ass. Number 612, Lamine. Number 84, Misty Meaner. 86, from a gas station somewhere down south, Beaver Nugget. Number 906, Freddy Cruiser. Number 92, Cherry Napalm, led by bench staff Edith Puncher. Where are we at? On Team White. And on Team White also, number 57, Caddy Wampus. We had some off-season trading happening apparently between games here. Oh, Mad Hatter's on the Team Black, so I'm a liar. Thanks, Misty, for keeping us straight here.
All right, after some quick switches, we are going to announce Team Black. Get ready to put your hands together for 00 Mangler, 06 The Meep, 16 Hit Squeak, 262 Mishka, 313 Reckless Rose, 33 Scam Likely, 416 Elizabeth, 66 Booty Fat, number 7 Spinelli, El Toro number 775, and number 28 Mad Hatter. Coach for Team Black is Stepdad Chunk Knuckler.
That's right. Let's get ready for some roller derby. Reffing for this game, the great Cornholio, Catastro Steve, Moxitosin, Silo, Not Be Karen, and the blue helmet guy named Drift. All right, so if you're just joining us, the goal here is for the star helmeted jammers to break through the pack. And then on the second time around, get a point for each opposing blocker they pass.
We are lining up on the jam line. Jammers are behind the line and the blockers are in front of it. The whistle blows and derby is on.
Jamming for Team White looks like Freddy Cruiser, and Team Black is bringing Mishka to the line.
Let the chaos begin.
You got real serious. Mishka's out for Team Black as the lead jammer. But Freddie Cruiser, breaks on through to the other side as well.
Hot on her heels. Mishka's coming into the pack. And she calls it.
Quick and dirty. We've got.
Looks like no points for white and no points for black.
They're just getting warmed up, folks. We got a mix of players from the region here. We got some players from Kalamazoo. We got some players from Grand Raggidy Attack. We got some players from the Grand Raggidy All-Stars. It is a mishmash of people who love Derby and are ready to put on a show.
You know, that's the cool thing about Derby. It's a really tight community, and we all just love the game so much. And I love when we all come together to make it happen.
That is right.
Ooh,
Good stuff. Buffy for Team White. Out front is the lead jammer.
Oh, but Izzy coming out of the pack.
the
meep.
Everybody had to take it. If you're over the age of 20, no M steps for us. Yo, you didn't take it either. Well, you take your own test somewhere else.
Called off. Looks like no points for black, and white put 2 on the board.
White, 2 points. All right. Getting set up for jam number 3 here. Quick jams so far.
Looks like we've got Bear and Mishka.
It's really hard to do their different names.
Oh, right.
Big, Meek, Bigly, Yeet Bigly.
Yeet Bigly.
But Mishka is the lead jammer for
Mishka
Team Black.
Is out. Bear took the cap off. Oh, Yeet Bigly. That's going to be hard. Yep, that's going to get me. Still fighting to get through the pack is Misty, who's got the cap for white. Oh, and she's out.
The pass to the pivot was successful. Misty is the new.
And Mishka calls it off.
Picking up 4 points on that pass, Mishka.
Thanks for joining us on this warm late summer night, friends, to make some Derby magic happen.
We can't do it without our great sponsors, that is for sure. Our great sponsors that we want to mention. We've got O'Brien and Ellison Dentistry. You may be asking yourself, how do those rough and tumble athletes keep their pearly whites intact?
Well, they help us with mouth guards, which
That's
is
right.
pretty great.
Custom fit mouth guards, good deal.
Ooh. And we've got Queen Elizabeth out of the pack quickly.
Freddie Cruiser trying to pass through. Oh, squeaks out as well. Putting the pressure on Queen Elizabeth.
Coming in for a scoring pass, hits that pack, and calls it off.
Queen Elizabeth hits the ground and calls it off before Freddie can capitalize.
Queen Elizabeth managed to get 1 point on the board and keep the white team to 0 points.
Buffy at the jam line for Team White. Mishka jamming for Team Black.
Both jammers hit that pack.
Mass of humanity there. Mishka cycles back to grab some momentum. Little
Buffy's
space.
looking
Buffy
for that.
scooches through.
Well, still working that pack, trying to get through, and tiptoes up that inside line. Beautiful footwork.
Oh, Mishka is putting the heat on.
Man, these are 2 very, very quick skaters. And Buffy calls it off before they hit the pack in a strategic move. I want to thank Garage Bar for being one of our sponsors. We're going to head there for an after party a little bit later on, so if you'd like to join us, there's going to be more fun and shenanigans happening there.
We're sitting at 5-2 with Black in the lead.
We have
The Meep for Team Black up against Yeet Bigley for Team White. The Meep is your lead jammer for Team Black.
Yeet Bigley takes the cap off, still trying to get through that pack. But there is some good, strong walls happening here. Ooh, and cap pass to Cherry. Oh, and Cherry pushing her way through the pack. Meets a wall.
Cherry almost through, but goes down, takes a knee, and has to cycle all the way back as the Meep puts on a game face like she was just bullied on the playground and calls it off. I wish I had Bear's little book of school puns next to me to make this more entertaining, but she did all the hard work. And
oh, hey, did you hear that it's our 20th anniversary this year?
I did hear it is the 20th anniversary. 20 years of roller derby.
Excited. 20 years of making awesome sports happen. Absolutely.
And some of those players from 20 years ago are out on the track right now.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
Mangler,
Yeah.
20-year player here for Grand Raggidy.
It's really cool to have the history and the athleticism. It's so great to watch it all happen. So in November, we've got our 20th anniversary game coming up, which is pretty cool, November 8th.
Yeah, with the 3 classic home teams and a little mini tournament with each other.
We've got the Blue Collar Broads, the Roustabout Rollers, and Everyday Rebels. So it should be fun. And I think some of our previous skaters are going to be joining us.
Yeah, Jackie Daniels is coming back.
Jackie Daniels is coming.
It's going to be a big celebration. So be sure to grab tickets. Go to grandraggidy.com or talk to your favorite skater about picking up tickets for the next event on November 8th right here at Jam Sports.
Also, if you have any questions about Derby and what's happening on the track, Scary Magdalene is walking around with a sign in her hand that says, "Ask me about Derby." She loves to share the Derby evangelism. So please ask her.
Yeah, she might need 5 minutes to eat her tamales from Tamales Plus first, but she'd be really excited. She likes to talk about Derby as much as she likes to play Derby.
You know, I'm so glad that you mentioned Tamales Plus. They are so good, and I'm so glad that they came here to provide some amazing food for us.
They're still out there if you're hungry and you got a hankering for some vegan options.
Did you know that their daughter plays and actually is on the field right now, 313 Reckless Rose?
Reckless Rose is Tamales Plus spawn.
Yes.
We are very pleased for the energy that she brings to the team and to the crowd.
Man, getting hit by Reckless Rose is no joke.
And we're
we've
off.
got
Oh,
walls.
Queen
Ooh,
Elizabeth puts on the speed and breaks out of the pack.
That was fast. We've got, looks like Buffy working her way through the pack still. We've got some good walls holding her back. Mangler's got her. Yep. Working her way past.
That backside into action.
Still fighting her way through. Ooh.
Queen Elizabeth has to go back because Misty getting in the way.
Yep.
But up against some formidable blockers up front.
Oh, yeah.
They're working together to hold her back.
Both teams have fantastic walls going on right now. Look at that defense.
They didn't like how she burst out so quickly that first time around. They're not going to make it so easy this time.
They said, no, thank you. No, thank you.
Buffy's still working around the back.
Oh. And Queen Elizabeth still caught in that wall in front, but we've got some coming in from Spinelli.
We've got a star pass.
Oh, star pass. Ooh.
To Freddie Cruiser for the white team. Elizabeth calls it before Freddie Cruiser makes their way to the pack. That was a high energy, a lot of grinding going on out there.
That was a lot of grinding on that jam. You know, the amount of endurance, but also that dynamic, quick power that's necessary for Derby. You know, you can have endurance, but you also need that quick power, and it's just a really impressive set of skills that you need.
I am impressed every time. I'm scared to death of roller skates. And
we've got Hit Squeak for our black jammer going up against
Cattywampus for Team White.
Nice. Oh, Hit Squeak almost made it up that inside line.
Taking a hard hit there.
And
From Booty
Cattywampus
Vicious.
is out. She is lead for Team White.
Booty Vicious gave Hitsqueak just what she needed to give Cattywampus some time to make their way through.
Hitsqueak still trying to make it through the pack.
Cattywampus cycling back after
Vanessa.
being
Yep.
uncertain of who took them down.
Oh,
Mishka
cat
receives the
pass.
star for Team Black and is the new jammer for this moment. Cattywampus calls off the jam for Team White. All right, let's hear it for these Derby players. Don't forget that you can join us in our donation drive to meet the needs of a local classroom that supports special teachers with an Amazon wish list. The QR code is located over near the restrooms by the door that you came in. Scan it, donate, buy some supplies for teachers that are out there doing really important work for kids in our community.
So vital. And we've got Cherry jamming for Team White.
Looks like Booty Fett for Team Black.
Ooh. And Cherry
Who's
is
gonna- Cherry's
almost
almost-
out.
Cherry makes
And
their way
she
out.
is the lead with Booty hot on her trail.
Booty sneaks by on 1 foot on the inside as Cherry calls it off when Booty gets a little too close for comfort. That's some great offense work going on there. Some fast, determined skating. Make things happen.
You know, it's hard to call it off before you've even hit the pack, right? But it's definitely a good strategic move sometimes to keep the other team from scoring. So it's definitely a good call. Looks like we've got Mishka jamming for Black up against Freddy Cruiser for White.
That's right. And if this is
And
your
Mishka
first...
is out. Woo, that was quick.
Misha takes the lead, hopping over a skate. If this is your first time, I do promise after a few games, it all starts to make sense. You start to see things come together.
Freddy
Stick
is
around.
out of the pack, coming around in. And
Mishka calls it off.
Looks like we have Reckless Rose jamming for Black and Buffy for White. Buffy is out in the lead.
Buffy zips around on a scoring approach as Reckless Rose still tries to fight through White's blocking wall that is not going to let it go by easy.
You can see that wall getting lower and lower to try and keep the jammer through.
So we got a forearm block here as Hitsqueak goes and sits one out.
Is that our first penalty of the game?
That might, maybe, did we start out earlier with a penalty?
I don't recall. I think that might be our first penalty of the game.
Well, it's bound to happen. Oh, we've got that in front of us, actually. There's a tab. One point each on that pass for White and Black. Ooh, there's 2 penalties so far this game. We have the technology. All right, Black leads at this point with 20 points on the board. White with 11.
Going into jam number 12 with just under 8 minutes on the clock.
Mishka for Team Black against Yeet Bigley for the White team, wanting to take the Black team to school because she's a teacher and likes puns.
We have both jammers. Ooh, Mishka just got out.
Mishka scoots over that line, takes the lead jammer position, picking up the pace as Yeet Bigley cycles back and tries to reset to get through the pack. 4 points for Mishka, a full pass. Looks like we've had a star pass
to Cherry Napalm as she works through the pack again.
Get a little closer.
Ooh, and that was a big hit from Yeet Bigley.
Cherry hit hard by Mangler, and Mangler goes back to force Napalm to follow.
And Mishka's out. Another 4 points for Black.
Mangler and Cherry Napalm facing off once again.
Stay away from the line. She's going to duck you out.
That's going to be the end of
Good job,
Jam
Cherry.
12.
Looks like 3 points for Black. For a total of 11 this jam.
We can't do this without our sponsors. Just want to give some more shout outs to Stefan and Avery, attorneys at law. Dr. Ward at Active Life Chiropractic, DeFord Designs and Jack Cunin Photography. It takes a village to make Derby happen, and we're so grateful for our sponsors. Who's out there? It's Freddie Cruiser taking the lead. Queen Elizabeth still fighting to get through.
Freddie making it through the pack with just a little resistance. And it looks like we've had a cat pass to Booty Fett, and they are out of the pack.
Got a forearm call on 775 Toro. Gonna warm up the penalty box. A little timeout for not playing nice with the other students. If you want to know about roller derby, don't forget Scary Magdalene is walking around with a sign that says, "Ask me about derby." And she's serious. She really wants you to ask her about derby. She really loves to talk about roller derby.
Want to say thank you to our refs and NSOs. We can't have derby without them. We've got Buffy jamming for white against Izzy for black.
The Meep, a.k.a. the Meep, Izzy Hansey. Tumbles into the lead. Well, let's see.
And the
There we
Meep
go.
is out in the lead. Buffy is still trying to make it through the pack.
And O'Steele taking a little pit stop at Bucky's over there.
And Izzy makes it through. Ooh, we've had a cat pass to Booty Vicious for white.
While the Meep picks up 4 points.
Looks like the walls are setting up, and it's called off by the Meep.
Moving quickly out there. Reset. Bring the next line. Fresh skaters onto the track. But again, we want to thank our medical staff that's helping us stay safe out here tonight. She-Rex and Dr. Schaefer.
You know, our medics are so important. They do such a good time. Ooh, timeout called by Team Black. Our medics keep us safe while we're on the track. And so a huge shout out and thank you to them. Want to shout out Hulst Jepson Physical Therapy. They are incredible partners with us, helping us get back on the track and do some of that pre-therapy to keep us on the track. Derby is a tough, dynamic sport, and on occasion, we need to go see the professionals to put us back together, and Hulst Jepson does a great job.
I know somebody out there is thinking, I'd like to put on a pair of roller skates and get involved in Grand Raggidy Roller Derby. And I just want you to know that regularly, new class classes of basic training are always starting where you can have never been on skates before, and you will get coached through the whole process to be a part of this community. If you want to get rolling with Grand Raggidy, visit www.grandraggidy.com for more info.
I'm glad you mentioned that because we've got a class starting tomorrow.
Tomorrow, basic training starts?
Basic training starts tomorrow.
You start off skates. It's okay. You're going to learn about some basics and make some new friends. So come out tomorrow at the Grand Rapids Skating and Event Center in the morning if you want to learn a little bit about getting involved in Derby. Booty Fett puts on the star for Team Black.
Misty Meaner got out as the lead jammer for Team White. And she calls it off.
Don't forget to check out our awesome vendors that are visiting us today. You can make custom apparel with Violet's spicy designs. You can check out the Pink Possum, some handmade candles and skincare products. Arctic Freeze Candy with their freeze-dried deliciousness. I need to grab some Skittles before I leave here. And SNAAC by Sandro Ayamo. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but we're looking at skincare essentials and wellness must-haves. Good vendors. They come out here. They show you what they've got while you're enjoying the wonderful game. So make sure to stop by their booths and check them out. Also, check out the Grand Raggidy crafts and merch table on the way out.
It looks like we've got an official review here. I'm not sure what we're discussing, but Team Black called an official review, so they are chatting about something that they saw.
As we have more information, we'll be happy to share that with you. There's a lot of rules to this game, so just keep coming. You'll learn more every time you come out. Talk about a couple more sponsors. Dr. Ward Active Life Chiropractic is the official league chiropractor, getting people straight. Check them out if you need any chiropractic help. We want to thank Kyrgyz Insurance for their sponsorship. They are an independent insurance agency in the area and can help sort you out if you just need some extra coverage in your life. Kraken, what's your favorite thing about roller derby?
Oh my goodness, what's my favorite thing about roller derby? Probably the people, honestly. We are a wild and interesting group. We've got every number of professionals and stay-at-home moms and weird, quirky people, and we come together and play the coolest sport, and I just love the people. I just do.
Yeah, the community is a huge part of this sport, and it brought us all in and is keeping us all here.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, that official review. Black was looking for an out-of-bounds call on a white skater, and they won that review. They will be getting that penalty upheld for the white team.
And that means that they get to keep their official review so they can use it one more time in this half.
Awesome.
And it looks like our skaters are lining up again.
And that's going to put the black team in a power jam position.
It looks like we've got Queen Elizabeth skating for Team Black as the jammer on this power jam.
Let's see what Queen Elizabeth can do with this advantage here for the next little while.
You know, she's been getting out pretty quickly this game. She's been getting out very quickly.
Trying to scoot around the first layer of blockers, then right up the middle. Fighting against, who do we got out there? That was Beaver Nugget.
Oh, and pushed out of bounds, so she's got to recycle all the way back.
Yeet Bigley taking the queen all the way back to the beginning.
You know, that's a tough position to be in as a jammer, where you've pushed over a quarter of a track and you're almost there and you get pushed out of bounds. That it just crushes your soul.
Misty Meaner back on the track for the white team, battling against Mishka and Mangler and
Queen
Toro,
Elizabeth makes it out.
as Queen gets by. Misty still trying to find a way through.
And it looks like the cap was passed for Team White to Yeet Bigley.
Yeet Bigley puts on the star. But really, we're all stars here at Roller Derby because we showed up to support the best sport happening in Grand Rapids.
And Queen Elizabeth calls it off before Yeet Bigley gets any points. Want to call attention to the fabulous friends that help maintain our track during the game, help keep us safe, so thank you.
And following the game, we want to encourage fans to hang out, grab a tamale, relax, enjoy some music by our very own Coach King, aka DJ Big Daddy King, before heading over to the after party at the Garage Bar.
Looks like we've got Buffy jamming for Team White and Booty jamming for Team Black, and Booty gets out. You know, they are such a fun skater to watch.
Absolutely. Buffy is on the move, gaining some ground on Booty.
The two teams are jostling for position on the track to try and get their jammers through. Booty calls it off.
Oh, a little high five between Team Black and Team White. We love this camaraderie. We love this friendship, this unity out here.
We've got Freddie coming up to jam for Team White against Mishka for Team Black, and it is intermission.
Halftime. We'll take a little break, get some tamales, check out the merch booth, check out the vendors.
And we will see you back here in just under 15 minutes.
My name is Red 40. I started basic training in October of 2024, and I just got my Green Star last month. I think roller derby has had a really positive effect on myself and my routine. I was looking for something to get me out of the house, off my phone, off my bed, off my couch, and I've found something I can rely on going to multiple times a week to challenge my mind, challenge my body, and I really appreciate that. I felt very welcomed as a new skater. I never felt uncomfortable coming to practice. I was lucky enough to have someone else in my life who was willing to come and try out BT with me, so that was awesome. Something I appreciated when I started BT is that I never felt pressured to do more than I was ready for. There's a really concrete system of progressing throughout the skills that you need to play roller derby, and I always felt like I was ready for the next step. If you are on the fence about signing up for roller derby, I think you should try it. Worst case scenario, you don't like it and you go home. Best case scenario, you find something really fun to do and you gain a bunch of new friends. Join roller derby.
Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
One minute till roller derby. I just want to give everyone props for sticking around. You are the true, you are the elite, or you just didn't have other plans, but we're glad to have you nonetheless.
All right, friends, we are back. Looks like our skaters are coming back. Refs are heading in. And we are about to start the fun. Looks like we've got Freddie jamming for white, and is that Mishka for black? Mishka for black. Misdemeanor is the pivot for white, and Mangler is the pivot for black. So if those jammers get stuck, that's who they can pass the star off to. and let the shenanigans begin. Ooh, Freddie got out of the pack quickly.
Mishka still trying to find a way around the outside. Passes off the star to Mangler.
Ooh, Freddie goes up that inside line.
You ready?
Mangler's trying to sneak around the inside, goes down and cycles back while Freddie
hit out by Reckless Rose and recycled back.
Yee Bigley and Lamine and Misty making it difficult for Mangler to get around as Freddie takes another scoring pass.
Mangler is still fighting her way through the pack, and she's out.
Freddie sneaks around the outside untouched. And calls off the jam.
Looks like 4 points for black and 12 for white, so that puts us at 47-32.
You know, this low score going into the second half just shows that these players know how to play together and they know what they're up against, and they're doing their best to hold the other team back and making strategic choices at the same time. These folks play together a lot. It's great to see them playing against each other.
And we've got some tough walls out there. Ooh, and
the Meep is the lead jammer for Team Black, but Buffy is on the way.
did you see the Meep's like footwork coming up out of that pack? That was impressive.
They make it look so easy, sometimes you forget that these people are on roller skates. The Meep calls off the jam from the ground. Queen Elizabeth coming to the line for Team Black with the Beaver Nugget all the way from I-75 south. Jamming for Team White.
We've got both jammers behind their walls. Ooh, Beaver Nugget hit out by Mangler, recycled back. Elizabeth still trying to work her way through.
That white line is doing a great job of working together to direct each other towards the momentum of the black team as Beaver Nugget makes their way through the pack. What? Lead jammer, Beaver Nugget, AKA Anno Steel.
Elizabeth is still stuck in that pack. You know, you were talking about that low score going into the second half. It really does speak to the really strong walls that we have going on here tonight. Really fantastic defense.
Yeah, some serious defense out there working together. There's so much happening, it's hard to highlight all the players and the excellent work they're doing because there's so much happening on the track.
Ooh, and a cap pass to Booty Fett. And they are out of the pack.
Beaver Nugget calls it off. He's going to take a pit stop, gas up, grab some snacks and a Slurpee and some beef jerky from their favorite Buc-ee's location and head on back to the bench.
Looks like the Meep is jamming for black, going up against Freddy Cruiser. Two very quick jammers. Should be interesting to see how this goes. But oh, those walls.
Don't want to come up against those walls. Oh, the Meep heads through the middle. Thanks to a little help from the...
Freddy is out of the pack too.
Putting the pressure on. Let's make for quick decisions when things are so close with a jammer coming out of your tail. The Meep calls it off. Was White able to grab?
Black got 4 points. White
2 points to White.
2 points by White. We've got Buffy the Jampire Slayer going up against Mishka. Ooh, I hear a cheering team over there.
White, the Buffy fan club. Mishka looks for a way straight through on the inside. Zip.
That was
and
quick.
She's off.
Buffy still working her way through the crowd.
Running into some trouble. Reckless Rose trying not to get those fingers run over.
Buffy is caught by Mangler.
Still searching for a way around. As Mishka tries to get through as well. Oh! Mishka heads to the penalty box for a forearm penalty, leaving Buffy in a position to score.
Buffy.
Oh, track cut on Buffy as Buffy's going to head to the penalty box. That'll bring Mishka back in the game.
We are going to have a jammer swap.
When both jammers are in the penalty box, the one that's been in there longest comes out next to keep the game moving along. Everybody takes a second to reset.
But that can actually only happen once a jam. Did you know that if this happens again, both jammers must sit?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rules.
Derby rules.
Track cut on 92 for Team White. Cherry Napalm heads to the penalty box.
Buffy is back on and hit out by Booty Fett. Drawn back by Mangler.
Mishka's going to look for a way around here, but is right in the middle of it. The white team was ready. She tiptoes around the outside and picks up 4 more points.
Ooh, and a cap pass to Misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor's on the move.
As they come into that
Mishka
wall.
slips through on the inside. Oh,
ooh,
Mishka
Misty did
gets
too.
by as well.
Yep.
And the jam clock runs out on that one. That was a fast, active jam there. We had a good time. Who had a good time during that jam? That's right. Me too. A couple of you had a great time during that jam.
We are setting up for Jam 6 of the second half, and it looks like Booty Vicious going up against Hit Squeak. Is that Hit Squeak for Black?
I think that is Hit Squeak, and there's Hit Squeak.
Ooh, Hit
Clear as
Squeak
day.
is out.
Parting the clouds and powering forward. See clouds because it's a white team and she parted them.
Booty Vicious hit out by Vanessa. Has to recycle Black. Woo!
Hard crash for Hit Squeak. Doesn't keep her down for long. Scoots around Freddy Cruiser.
Ooh, Lamine went to the box for a penalty, so they are down a blocker for Team White.
Booty Vicious hands off the star to
Freddy Cruiser.
Freddy Cruiser.
And Black calls it off. Looks like Black got 8 points that jam and kept White to 0 for 76-43.
Let's hear it for Team Black. Let's hear it for Team White. I said let's hear it for Team White. Let's hear it for Team Black.
There we go.
Thanks for still being with us. Queen Elizabeth for Team Black. Beaver Nugget back with a star for Team White.
And Queen Elizabeth made it out quickly. Coming around for her first scoring pass.
Beaver Nugget, it looks like there was a handoff to Yeet Bigley. Yeet Bigley is up against Booty and Mangler, trying to find some space around.
And it looks like Queen Elizabeth is still behind a white wall as well. There are those walls again.
Lamine and Cherry working to hold them back.
Both jammers are in the sad place.
The sad place. Yeah, that's not where you want to be, stuck behind a wall of opposition. But Queen Elizabeth makes their way around the inside for 4 points.
Looks like Yeet Bigley is still stuck behind the pack. Working their way through. Oh man, that is a tough wall. That is real work that she's putting in there, trying to get through.
Everyone's stuck here on this second corner.
Man, the reforming of these walls.
They disappear and reappear. Queen Elizabeth, another 4 points on the inside.
You think you made it through, and then they reform, and suddenly
Yee Bidley
they're in front of you again.
taking a moment to regroup.
Man, I am exhausted just watching this. This is
an exhausting jam. Yep.
The grind that is happening.
Clock runs out on that jam number 7.
Wow, that was tough.
It was like a full cardio workout crammed into 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We're sitting at 88, Team Black, to 43, Team White. Don't forget to join us November 8th to continue celebrating our 20th season. We've got a timeout for Team White.
So it's kind of fun. The 2 coaches, Edith Puncher coaching against Chunk Knuckler. So it's kind of like a mom and stepdad against each other kind of a thing. Super fun.
Wonder who's sleeping on the couch tonight. Yeah, probably Chunk. Probably Chunk. Sleeping on the couch tonight with this Edith versus Chunk matchup. All right, there's been strategizing, and the skaters have made their way back to the track. We're going to have Buffy at the jam line for Team White and the Meep, a.k.a. Izzy Hansy, for Team Black.
And our timeout is officially over, so everybody's lining up for some more fun. And the Meep and Buffy working their way through. Ooh! The Meep gets out in front, but Buffy is hot on her trail.
Only by a step or two. They are fighting for it.
We've got the walls setting up again, jockeying for position.
Oh, some offense on Team Black, paving the way for the Meep to make it through. But it looks like maybe Buffy picked up a couple points as well.
Yeah, it looks like she was able to get 3 points with some quick footwork getting through. Looks like we've got Freddy Cruiser jamming for Team White and Mishka for Team Black. We've got a timeout. While we're in a timeout, we're going to say thank you to our sponsors, Garage Bar and Grill. They sponsor our penalty box when our players need a little timeout for bad behavior. We're going to have our after party there, so if you've got a little time and want to hang out with some of the coolest kids on the block, come hang out at the Garage Bar. I also want to say thank you to our photographers. We've got Jack here, who's out at almost every single game of ours, and he does such a great job of capturing the joy and the grit that is Derby.
See a lot of joy and a lot of grit at these games, that is for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, Team Black
is in the penalty box,
That's
Izzy
right.
Hansy. So this is a power jam for Freddy Cruiser.
Freddie gets out quickly before that first turn. Team White is making space for them. Freddie to call the shots. Cruises on by, picks up some points.
So her white teammates will help her get through the pack, play a little offense for her.
Getting a little stuck there with Reckless up front, and Booty and Mangler working well to slow down Freddie a bit.
She uses those toe stops so well to tiptoe up that line, you know?
All right, the Meep is back in action and through the pack. Freddie Cruiser trying to skate past Mangler as that wall regroups, and Freddie calls it off. Freddie puts some points on the board.
4 points black. Looks like maybe
8 points. No, 12 points.
12 total for white.
Yep.
And 3 for black. Yep.
Bridging that gap a little bit there. Team White is on the move. Mishka for Team Black against Buffy for Team White.
Wow.
Buffy making quick work.
Mishka still trying to get through the pack, and there she is. Mishka made it out. You'll watch both teams kind of pushing around for position, hoping to get their jammer
Buffy
through.
Calls
and
off
calls
the jam as Mishka makes the approach.
Cherry Napalm is jamming for Team White.
Looks like Queen Elizabeth is back for Team Black. Cherry hustling on those toe stops, working their way towards the front of the pack. Yeet Bigley cycles back to take Elizabeth all the way back to have to start fresh again. As Cherry breaks free and is the lead jammer.
Queen Elizabeth still trying to work through the pack. She gets pushed out of bounds and has to be recycled back. That is a tough wall she's up against.
Ooh, Cherry Napalm takes Mangler out just to fall herself, but they're both back up on their feet.
Both jammers caught in the pack. Queen Elizabeth pushed out of bounds and has to recycle back a little bit. And both jammers are in the sad place.
We got a bit of a standstill here. Whoa.
Oh,
We've got a
cap
star pass
pass.
to
That was a
Reckless
quick cap pass.
Rose for the black team, who is now out of that mess that the black team was stuck in. As, Cherry. Cherry tried to call it off, but it was not able to. Back to the grind.
Both jammers are in the pack.
Hands it off to the Beaver Nugget.
Woo!
Crunchy. Got a forearm penalty on Cherry. It's a good time to go rest right now after that hard work in that jam.
And a big hit by Hit Squeak.
Hit Squeak going way back and making Beaver Nugget go all the way back. Hope that Beaver Nugget doesn't get stale this jam. Nobody likes a stale Beaver Nugget. Directional on Yeet Bigley. You're going to detention.
Looks like we are going to have Misdemeanor jam for Team White and Mishka for Team Black.
Got a few minutes left on the clock.
Team White actually has 2 people in the box, so they are down just a bit.
Misty on the ground.
Oh, and Mishka is out.
Misty recovers from that fall and is back on her feet and breaking through the pack as well. Mishka sneaks around the outside for a scoring pass. Misty.
And calls it off.
All right, with a few minutes left of the game, I want to hear you cheer for these skaters who are running on fumes but still giving you their best tonight. Let's hear it, crowd. Thanks so much for joining us. We're having a good night here in Granville at Jam Sports.
And the game is on. Freddie Cruiser is jamming for Team White. Looks like Izzy Hansey for Team Black. Both of them trying to make their way through.
All right, Freddie Cruiser, White Jammer.
Izzy the Meep. The Meep is out.
Is he Meep? Maybe he is. Ooh, big hit. Cattywampus taking the Meep out, but checking on her well-being. That's good sports personship right there.
You know, that's what I love about Derby. You know, you give each other these enormous hits. You catch the jammers in the sad place. Everybody's exhausted, and everybody is just happy and checking on each other.
Scoring passes for Team Black and Team White.
And Freddie calls it off.
Some fresh lines out on the track here. See if this is the last one of the evening.
Are we gonna have one more jam, friends? I think we are. Looks like Mishka jamming for Team Black. And Buffy jamming for Team White. We are hot. We are tired.
Mishka.
We are sweaty. And Mishka makes it out. You know, I think there was a star pass. There was. Buffy passed it to Boots, who is trying to make her way through the pack.
Mishka sneaks way on the inside.
And Booty Vicious makes it out.
She says, I'm coming for ya. Woo!
And Mishka calls it off.
Quick feet work and calling it off, the unofficial score. Let's give it a moment for scores to calculate. Black is victorious over White, but not without some great effort from both teams. Let's give it up for this awesome Black versus White scrimmage. The unofficial score of 116-73 with Black victorious. Thank you to our referees, our non-skating officials. Come up and give these teams some love. Here, line up, get some high fives. Thank you so much for joining us. Feel free to hang out. That's going to be a whistle. That's it. 116-73. I'm Prince Loogie, here with Kraken Apocalyptica.
As the teams take their laps.
Woohoo! Good game, y'all. Don't forget, as you wrap up, to come let us know who your choices for VI or MVPs are. Feel free to hang out for a bit, get to know the skaters before we head over to the garage bar.